I need to pull these in. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna go fishing today. We're live. We're here with our sister Giselle, Jazzy Z.
Hello, hello.
We've got nothing fancy on. We're just gonna go do some basic fishing. It's been a while since we've done some basic fishing.
Basic fishing.
Bum 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 bum. Oh, I have this tier 4 hood, $600. Just trash it. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much anything that's not gonna. It's gonna be less than 1,000 silver. I'm just gonna sell now. I don't want to worry about a sell order and get a notification about this.
Yeah. Alright, let's get out of the market. We don't need to be here.
It's actually work today.
I have Tuesday off again.
That's true. Pretty quick. Little work sesh.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yep.
So yeah, just enough time to do some quick fishing. I'm just gonna do the standard route.
What is the standard route? I'm not usually on your fishing streams.
You just head into Willisime Marsh and you fish all the way down the river, southwest.
Okay.
So you go into Night Creek Marsh, then Slithertail Marsh. Sometimes you hang out in Slithertail for a while, but then you go to False Step, then back through Dusklight, and you're back in Thetford.
That's cool. So I found out there's a bow that's way more expensive than what I'm using. Like, I think it's the bow that most people use. It shoots a demon arrow that gets stronger the more people it goes through.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that seems pretty interesting. So I think I'm gonna have like 2 builds for this build, like branch off and have kind of like what you're doing yesterday, like have an affordable build, which is gonna be kind of in line with what I've been doing. And then I'm gonna have like a over the top expensive build. And I think I'm gonna have that bow in my expensive build.
My quick stop responding, that was frustrating.
Yeah.
Just lost my fish.
I've had that. Was it in the game or was it something with your mouse or what?
I don't know.
Oh, hopefully it's just a little bitch. I've had that happen with fishing though.
Yeah, maybe it's just part of it on purpose.
I hope not. It could just be something to do with like the bandwidth or latency or something like that.
Some latency issue.
Yeah.
God damn it, it just did it again. I just wasted a fucking bait.
Yeah. Shit.
I might need to get a new mouse. It might be an issue with my mouse. My latency says it's fine. Hey, that person joined the guild. I joined a random person to the guild. They joined.
Nice.
Cheers to that.
I've invited a couple people, but nobody joined up. So a cool thing about maps is they take you to the dungeon spawn spots too, like other dungeons. Like as we've noticed, like there's sometimes you get out of one dungeon and there's another one ready for you.
Yeah.
So if you're not like hyper focused on getting the best gear possible at all times, then you like those dungeons are just like bonus, you know?
Yeah.
You're
Bonus
you're
free
already
dungeon.
there. Yeah, like you're already there. Just run it. Boom. Like, I think I bought 4 or 5 maps, and I've definitely more than made up for it.
Yeah, that's 12 key points for gathering Skyflower. Go Skyflower. Go Skyflower. Give me key points.
I want that crow. Oh, Raven. I shouldn't disrespect it by calling it a crow.
Yeah. Well, crows are cool too, though.
Yeah. I'm not clear on the differences, if I'm being honest.
They're just different birds.
But they gotta be like cousins or something, right?
Look similar, yeah. Oh, I don't know as far as how related they are.
I think one's supposed to be bigger than the other.
I think ravens in general are bigger.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think ravens, to a lot of people, are more highly regarded for some reason. Whereas crows are
Maybe.
like dirty street birds.
Yeah, I think crows are the smaller ones and ravens are the bigger ones. And probably just because they're bigger, ravens are like considered better.
Cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
More-
Odin's symbol is a raven. So it's a symbol of wisdom. Right there with the
Edgar-
owl.
Edgar Allan Poe romanticized the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Made everyone gay for ravens.
Quoth the raven. Or he was just capitalizing on it. On
Yeah.
something that already existed.
A little bit of both, I bet.
Yeah.
Tier 7 Hellion Jacket looks pretty cool. Because you know the jacket's the main thing you see, I guess other than your weapon. With the Hellion Jacket, it has more little strips of that glowing kind of orangey red stuff. So it's pretty cool looking.
Oh, Master's Morning Star sold. Look at that.
Might do some corrupted dungeons today. See what the fuss is all about. Holy shit! I just got 149k chest.
Wow.
I don't know where. Oh, I got an Elder's Relic. You know those things you use to enchant things, and it's 128k.
Wow. A tier 8 one?
Yeah, tier 8. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, tier 8 is the way to go.
That's great. That's expensive as fuck. I'll probably hang on to that. I'm not gonna sell that. I want to use it at some point, probably. I want
Upgrade
to.
some tier 8 armor.
Yeah, I want to upgrade my tier 7 bow because it's 0.2 and I want it to be 0.3. And I went and looked, and it might be cheaper to just sell it and buy a 0.3 bow. Like those relics are expensive even at tier 7.
Yeah. Yeah, or to collect a bunch of them, but to do that, it'd be better to go to tier 7 zones.
Yeah, they don't drop very often in tier 5 zones.
There we go. We're catching something.
Nice. Is your mouse behaving?
Yeah, so far.
I could see this game lasting a really long time.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
Like World of Warcraft's still around, and I feel like this is miles above that game.
Tier 4.1. Got me some fiber.
Nice. I think I've heard 4.3 is actually what a lot of people use for PvP. I just
think-
heard that in the help channel.
It's interesting. I
Yeah.
think 5.1 would be the way to go at that point,
Yeah, I don't know.
in terms of expenses at least.
I'll probably do 5 or 5.1 for any of my gear I'm willing to lose.
Yeah.
It'll be a while before I go beyond that.
Let's throw one more for good luck.
Level 3, I got a 3rd level. That's cool. This is my last map. I didn't realize Elder Relics are so expensive.
Yeah, Elder Relics are nuts. Elder anything is pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's toss that fishing pole out there. What I'm really looking for is that seaweed. Do I have any seaweed yet? I have 6 seaweed. Because then I can make fish sauce. And then I can make tier 3 soup.
I'm
Tier
still
3
unsure if I
soup.
want to switch over to potions. Potions seems like they're always going to be profitable. I mean, I guess most things are. But, I don't know. People
Well, there's
just
some
consume
things,
them.
depending on how you go about them, that will be at a loss. Like if cooking, you can buy
yeah.
ingredients more expensive than the profit.
Well, I noticed that's true with a lot of crafting stuff, too.
Yeah, cooking fish, you lose a lot.
Oh, that video, that alchemy video that I was watching, he used a website. I'm gonna actually go check it out right now. I didn't go to it. I think it was just like albiantools.com or something.
3 seaweed. Let's do some caffeine about it.
Toolsforalbion.com, I think that was it.
Greenmore clam. Give me that fish, fish, fish. Give me that fish,
Okay.
fish, fish.
Here, I'm gonna drop a link in our Discord. I think you should check this out. I think you would appreciate some of the stuff that's on that site.
Let's do one more
Is it-
for good luck.
There's a crafting profitability calculator, and then there's also just a list.
Oh wow, it stays up to date.
Yeah, well, it says, I mean, I didn't read it in depth or anything, but it says it's like a part of an independent project to like get data out of Albion so that it can be processed. So I'm willing to bet this is based on nothing. I'm just guessing that people like sign up to take part in that project, and then they download something on their computer that like helps scrape data from Albion as they're playing. Because I know other MMOs do that for certain things.
Interesting.
So that's just my guess, but it's probably right if I'm being honest. But we'll see.
We'll see.
But either way, the crafting profitability thing is pretty cool. So you can like, let's sort by profit. So the most profitable thing according to this is pork pie.
Pork
by
pie.
lot. And then major resistance potion, major giganify potion.
How's tier 3 wheat soup looking?
Tier 3. Can I just search? Category filter. Let's see, search.
Yeah, let's see the wheat soup breakdown.
Here, I'll just do wheat. Oh, it's pretty high. Oh wait, no, negative 18. But I think this accounts for buying all the ingredients yourself. I think that's really what this is about.
I see. Well, that still
It's
puts
as
me at a
if-
loss though, because I could just sell the ingredients rather than make the stuff,
That's true. That's true.
which is what I have been doing. I've been just selling the fish, selling the seaweed, selling the
Well,
wheat.
That might be the way to go. I mean, that's one of the things a lot of people say in the help channel too. Is like when noobs show up and they're like, "How to make silver?" Because that's a question that is asked a million times a second. You know, but people often are just like, "Go gather things and sell them. Don't make it any more complex than that until you really know what you're doing."
Yeah.
Because I know when I started, I was trying to craft everything and sell everything, and I thought like do the act of crafting would add enough value to it, but it really doesn't. Like you really have to make sure all your numbers are on point.
Yeah,
And
if you're
so
crafting
even
the wrong stuff, and you want to craft
right,
in bulk too.
right, and if you're not getting the right resource return rate, then you're losing on refining resources, and there's just a lot of things to consider if you're going to actually make a product. But if you're just gathering and selling what you gather, it's very straightforward. Like I've made my money between doing that and between mounts. And now I'm thinking maybe potions might be a good way to go from mounts, because mounts are a little boring, you know, very kind of always the same all the time.
Well, wheat is boring, but it's the best crop yield and it's the best seed return. Like most valuable seeds. Wheat's the way to go, I think. At least if you have to, if you're doing a crop.
Well, I want to like work on another skill too. Like I would want to work on the alchemy skill specifically, or cooking.
Well,
I'm
that's why I
thinking of
said
doing
crop,
cooking.
not herbs. I'm comparing
Oh.
wheat to corn and potato and carrot and those things.
I got you.
I have no idea how it measures up against other things like herb farming.
Yeah, I'm sure herb farming's its own beast.
Yeah, it's a whole
I'm sure.
separate
I'm sure
chain.
I'm sure just growing herbs and selling herbs is also a good thing to do. You know,
Yeah.
without even making the potions.
The raw resources are needed, and a lot of people don't want to go gather them. So even though like you look at the per unit price of maybe hemp and you're not terribly impressed, keep in mind you gather it 2 at a time, and that's without any bonuses.
Yeah, and once you're at like tier 6 sickles, it's so fast to harvest hemp. You could
Shoot,
just
shoot, you can scoop it up.
like
Or be
when
like
I
those
was
people on the Elder Oxes that are running
yeah.
around and they just like, they see tier 4.2 hemp and they're just like, zoop, and it just basically vacuums it up. You're just,
Yeah.
zoop, it's gone. Oh, the whole
Those
sack.
people were so annoying when I was leveling up, because I went to a place where there's abundant fiber, but then there were people like that just soaking up everything. So you had to kind of compete with them. Some of them were nice and would kind of like not interrupt you if you were already harvesting something. Others were just brutal, and it was always a competition with them.
Yeah, they would come up. They'll come up and they'll finish off what you're in the middle of getting.
Yeah, and then you get nothing, and you're like, "Fuck! I was like 90% of the way. You're just so fast that you beat me the last little 10%."
I got spotted trout.
So 7 of my experts foal, I think it's foal, baby horses just sold. So that's 658,000 silver.
Nice.
I'm really happy about that. I needed that to come through. I was running low on funds. Well, kind of low.
Kind of low.
So
You do a lot of gathering. You should have a steady flow of cash coming in from that recent sell order
well,
dump.
that's the thing though, is I hoard it, and then I do a big sell order, and then I skyrocket by several million overnight.
Yeah. I just sell it as I get it.
I don't think one way's probably better or worse than the other. It's more just play style, I think.
Yeah.
If I needed the money urgently, I'd probably just sell it as I get it. But the mounts usually are the more steady income, because I do sell those as I saddle them. I don't really hoard horses or anything. I definitely don't hoard saddled horses. So those are sold pretty regularly.
I'm using bait, finally.
Oh, cool. Do you think and you like it? Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's free. Because I
Oh
do
yeah,
farming.
you're just getting it. Yeah. Oh no. I lost focus and I almost died.
But I'm just doing basic bait. It takes a lot more worms to make better bait. I don't know. I might end up buying bait too, just because I think I'm gonna go through it faster than I can gather it on my own through farming.
I'll start saving my worms. I have a lot of worms. So I have 4 right now. I have 4 plots of carrots. A lot of
Oh,
worms
nice.
from that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take down my my second pasture and put up a herb garden. Just see
Ooh,
what I
seaweed.
see.
Do some
See how it
caffeine about it.
is.
We gotta wait for this guy to finish fishing so we can invite him to the guild.
Yeah, you don't want to do it mid-fishing.
Oh, damn. He's got a whole nother day and 7 hours left before he can join any guild again.
See, actually, the first guild I joined was from someone like you. Like, someone just invited me when I was walking around. And I'm like, okay. But then it was like an inactive as fuck guild, and I don't know. It sucked. So I left, and then I had that cooldown. And I was so mad that I joined that other guild.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people like that our guild is at least kind of active.
Well, we gotta talk and chat more. That's how most people gauge activity.
All right.
Like, we are active, but talking and chat more is a great way to show that, you know.
I try to chat whenever I see like 6 or more people on. I'll just say, hey, everybody. Oh, more seaweed. Give me some caffeine about it.
I was thinking of hobbling together another build based solely on things I haven't done yet, and then just see how that build is.
There you go. That could be fun.
Yeah.
See, I got all of my armor to where I'm able to wear tier 4 of it, so I don't have
Oh, that's cool.
a lot of nothings yet. Yeah,
I
at one
think-
point I just grabbed all of the tier 2 and tier 3 armor and I just read a bunch of books while I was wearing it.
Okay. I think at heavy armor, I don't have any, but I mean, I'll just do the same thing you did. I don't want to go level up tier 3. That's annoying.
Boom, Adventurer's Challenge complete. We already almost have the weekly chest. You might already have the weekly chest if you've been grinding
I do.
today.
I do have the weekly chest, yeah. We got a lot of keys yesterday when we were grinding those maps to action points. So yeah, weekly chest up in the beginning of the second day. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. That's solid.
The only
That
bummer
is dope.
the only bummer is now my keys don't go towards the next weekly chest, obviously.
Yeah, but they still go towards the monthly chest and the guild challenge. The guild challenge is what I'm most concerned about.
Yeah.
The guild challenge doesn't have any daily bonuses, it's just raw keys. So even your daily bonus that you complete for yourself does not help the guild challenge. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. I thought you said it was raw keys. How does your daily bonus not count? Do you mean the
I mean
50?
the 50, yeah.
The 50k? Okay. Alright, that makes sense. So it's just raw, what you kill, the keys, or gather, or whatever, the keys that you get. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good thing we have active farms. That's actually a pretty good source of keys. That's just very easy.
Oh, nice. Look at this person just gathering all that stuff. Gather away, gather, gather. Gather, 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 gather. Where'd my damn bear go? Did I lose my bear? I lost my bear. Look, I'm at 55% carry capacity. Gee willikers. God damn, fighting a lot of lizards lately.
What's wrong with fighting some wizards?
Yes, it's annoying. It slows me down. I'm trying to get through this fishing trip.
Alright,
Fucking
that's
lizards. Do
Guess you
they
have
at least give me
priorities.
keys when I kill them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least there's that.
And combat fame for whatever you have equipped, if you have anything.
I have my axe. My great axe.
Okay, there you go.
Look at that. We got some fish here. Invite to guild. Get in the guild, buddy. I've also seen a lot of people tell people to go run dungeons for silver, and I'm like, no, that's not the best way to get silver.
Yeah, that's among the worst, I would say.
Yeah,
It's
until
so
you're
hit or
high
miss.
level. Maybe running
so hit or miss.
corrupted dungeons. If you're good at corrupted dungeons, maybe that's a good way to make money.
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty good because I think the rewards themselves are good, and then obviously there's the loot when you're in the full loot areas.
Yeah.
Full loot setting.
Dungeons is one of the best ways to grind out fame,
Yes.
but not silver. I think fishing is one of the best ways to grind out silver. If you just want a simple, straightforward way to get silver. And part of the reason for that is because it's tedious to do. You have to go out of your way to do it. It's a gathering thing. And you really don't get a lot of fame or keys for it, it seems. Well, I guess I just got 23 from that one. 23 keys, that's not bad.
Yeah. Harvesting in general, I think, is best silver, worst fame.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a ratio.
Oh, I changed my boots back to the boots that give me teleport, and that's
Nice.
been really nice. I miss them. I don't know why I went away from them. Wow, shit ass chest. The end of that dungeon. Alright, well that's the end of my maps. Way worth it.
I like my little weird nature cleric.
Yeah, I like my
Build.
arcane thing too. The arcane thing's fun. It's just it's way different.
Yeah, it's a strange build to be kind of a healer and a tank at the same time. I think I'd be a really good secondary healer in a larger group once I had tier 5 gear.
Oh god, I just rode past the fortress that was under attack by another faction. And I'm flagged.
Like, I would be the support whose job it is to try to keep the... I'd be like a half tank whose focus is keeping things off of the main healer,
Yeah.
while also doing little passive heals to everybody.
Yeah, and then I think my arcane build would be really good around tier 5 and up. And then maybe tier 6 and up even.
Yeah.
Just because, like, really in the beginning, you just have infinite energy. Like, you're never casting enough to, like, go low on energy. At least that's what I found. But then once you're, like, in really in-depth fights and there's a lot of healing, or there's even, you know, a guy that's draining energy, like that one guy.
Like that fucking boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
like
I
in
also...
those situations, if we would have had an arcane person there, that we probably would have won that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I notice also that a lot of times the tank builds need help with energy because they don't have really any way to get it
Yeah.
other than that little ability that they do in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Because as a healer, other than long fights as a healer, I'm usually okay with energy. Even that big boss fight, I was okay with energy until he literally drained it.
Right.
Because as a healer, I'm a staff, and you can set one of the passives on the staffs to make it so that every basic attack generates energy. So as long as I remember to do my basic attacks, I usually don't have energy problems.
That's good.
That's just difficult to do when you're focused on healing. Because you gotta
Right.
click over here, heal, then click on the enemy, then click over there to heal, then click on the enemy.
Yeah. I kind of wish, actually there might even be this thing, but I wish there was a tab like to just quickly go through targets in the area. As far as I know, there isn't.
Oh yeah.
All right, time to open this chest I got now that I can clearly see that the maps are worth it.
Well, for targeting healing, it's not too bad. You just click their name on the left. But the enemies, you have to click right on.
A Pentagon, Disciples of Morgana, 27k. What does this do? Decorative furniture item which can be salvaged for silver. Okay.
Is there a way to turn... I wonder... I don't want to dig through the settings right now, but it'd be cool to turn walk off for left clicks. If left click could only be interact and you couldn't accidentally walk places, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, you can hold shift. It's not as fun, but that's be really the only way I know.
No, holding shift still walks if you click on the ground.
What? Oh, I guess it does. Yeah. That's stupid. Must be getting my games mixed up.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the Path of Exile.
Yeah, that's definitely a shift one. That's pretty common in action RPGs, though, is to have shift be your stand still movement. I guess this
There's
is
not a stand still. They don't
It
have
should
it.
be.
There should be. There should be. I should be able to turn move off of my left click since right click is move. Because right click is move without interact. I'd love to make it so that left click is interact without move.
Maybe someday.
Maybe it's already possible and I'm just too lazy to figure it out in the settings.
Yeah. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, it's a strong possibility. Fucking enemies. A lot of times I'll just run straight past some of those solo fishing spots because there's like 5 enemies. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, I do that too. So that's not worth it.
Give me them fish.
Alright, I'm gonna put together a build based on things I have not done.
Okay. Sounds fun.
Okay, so I've done all the boots. At least all the basic levels.
I'm gonna keep fishing.
Plate boots are probably the lowest, so I'll do plate boots.
I think we got some seaweed. Maybe some clam. Tier 3 fish. I mean, times 3 fish. Oh, and times 3 seaweed.
Cool.
My favorite is when I get 3 clam and 3 seaweed. But 3 tier 5 fish and 3 seaweed is pretty common. Let's see what that estimated market value comes out to. So 3 seaweed is 5,000 by itself, and 3 tier 5 fish is 1,700. 5,300 and 1,700. So what's that? 7,000 in one pull of the lake? That's not bad. Right? What did you say?
What?
When you get 3 tier 5 fish and 3 seaweed in one pull, that's 7,000 right there, just like that.
That's great.
Snapping your fingers. Not to mention when you get clam. 3 clam by themselves is 5,600, just like that.
You're a little obsessed with fishing there, my friend.
I'm just saying, it's worth it. Might not be the most worth it thing ever. But if you're just looking for a relaxing, straightforward way to make some change, get yourself... I mean, I've built a guild off of Just Fish. I've bought all my stuff with Just Fish. Maybe it took a few more hours than it needed to, but I had a
Whatever.
good time doing it, and it
Yeah.
got done. And, you know what? Just from figuring out fishing on my own, I was never the asshole running around going, how do I make silver? There's literally
Yeah.
silver dropping out of everything I kill. How the fuck do I get silver?
Yeah, I don't really understand people who do that.
Well, some people, they see something like sell order, and they're like, ooh, that must be too advanced for me. And it's like, no, it just literally means you sell it later. You're just waiting for someone else to buy it. Worst case scenario, your sell order expires and you sell it for whatever change you can get it for. That's the way I see it. Most of my sell orders do not expire, which means most of them go through. Right? How often do you get sell orders that expire?
Nah, very rarely. Most of my sellers go through.
Like sometimes I set a silly sell order
Hey, hang
that I
on,
know isn't
hang
going to go
on.
through.
I gotta go AFK for a second. Alright.
Alright, that's fine. I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
I'm going to keep talking about sell orders. Sell orders are good, okay? You got to do the sell orders. You just click the thing, you click the sell order, and then click -1, so you're selling it for slightly less than the next person. It's the easiest way to do sell orders. You can get a little bit more into it. You can look at how all the sell orders are listed out and see who's selling what for what. But you really just need to make sure that it's worth it compared to selling it now. You know, if you go to sell now and sell order, think of sell order as sell later. If it's only worth 200 silver more to sell it later, just sell it now. Save yourself the time. You know, depending on what it is, you gotta think of like a ratio. You know, if it's worth 100 usually, and then it's worth $700 on a sell order is worth it. If it's worth 2,000 usually and 2,700 later, it's still kind of worth it. Still probably worth it, depending on where you're at. But it's worth 10,000 and 10,700. I would just take the 10,000. I would say, screw that 700. See what I mean? Kind of like the percentage. Alright, we got some fish over here. We're gonna catch this guy. I don't have any bait active. Oh, that's still pretty quick. Oops, I didn't mean to eat fish. Catch that fish. That's some good coffee right there. Da, 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 da. What up? Get that fish. Looks like there's some over there too. PvP fishing! Time to drop. Oops, I caught something else.
Alright, I'm back.
Yo, yo!
The dogs are being unruly.
I just triggered some PvP fishing.
Wow, I have no skill with any warrior skills. I guess that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, go get yourself some warriors.
Maybe I'll do crossbow. I've always kind of had my eye on the crossbow. I'm gonna do it.
That's so similar to your bow, though. Are you sure?
It is, but it's fun. I like being range. I guess I don't need to be tanky range, though. Maybe I should actually use maces, because that's what I want to be focusing on crafting. Maybe I'll do a mace and a shield. That sounds fun.
Yeah, and
I mean,
you can really hone your craft and make your own nice mace.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Oh, I can't even... Wow, how low do I have to drop on this totem pole here? I have to use tier 2. I have to use a tier 2 training sword.
Nice.
Or broadsword, I guess.
Just put it on, read a book, and then put on the tier 3 one.
Yeah.
I think literally like one book will do the trick.
Oh, I'm sure. There's my tier 2 shield and sword. I'm very vicious right now.
What I like about my new little nature build is it can really go into any party and be helpful. I could switch to
Yeah.
thorns if I needed to do more damage too.
So far, I'm pretty much... I guess it'll depend on what I choose for my chest piece and my weapon, but I'm using Guardian boots and helmet because those are already at tier 4. So I'm starting off pretty tanky. So we'll see how this build comes into fruition.
PvP fishing. Did you see that maneuver? I went over while he was fishing, invited him to the guild to interrupt his fishing. Then I already had bait active, went in and went fishing, and I got the fish first. Looks like he still ended up getting a secondary fish though, so.
That's pretty sneaky there, Goose.
Hey, consequences of not having a guild. You can get your fishing interrupted by an asshole like me.
You're not wrong.
Perks of a guild. Fishing shield. It's like having a fishing license. Can't get interrupted by the other fishermen. That's why I give all my members invite power, just so you can be an asshole.
It's nice of you.
Just kidding. Stay kind. Stay kind. That's the only rule. But it is a game, and part of the game is PvP. And yes, fishing has a little bit of a PvP meta to it. Because you gotta compete for those resources, just like any gathering kind of has a PvP meta. Like those tier 8 gatherers that run around and scoop it up literally from under your hands.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I know you're working on this and you're excited that you finally found this tier 5.1 full stack and you've only gotten one of them, but I'm gonna take the other 4 right now. And then they're gone.
Right. I hate that shit. So this build is just becoming a classic tank. Like, okay. I guess that's just what I haven't done yet.
That's the antithesis of what you've done. There's nothing wrong with being a classic tank.
Yeah, I don't want to be a tank, though. I've never enjoyed being a tank. Maybe in this game it won't be too bad.
It's
One of the
fun.
things
It can be fun because being a tank, instead of focusing on the guys trying to kill them, you're almost like a support. Your job is to watch if other people are getting attacked and to go attack the people attacking your people, to get them off your people.
Yeah.
Totally different role in the battle. So you don't care at all about dealing damage, so you don't even watch the boss's HP. You just try to keep the boss focused on you. So you've got a targeted taunt, I think, that most heavy armor gives you, that you sometimes want to switch to for boss battles, but otherwise, I mean, you know the game.
Yeah.
You can really customize your tank build with the different types.
I'm gonna go mace. I'm reading books just to kind of cruise up the ranks there. And I'm using a couple learning points to save books. Because I have almost 1,500 learning points, so I think I can spare 4.
Can you?
Okay, now it's time to really... Oh wait, and my chess piece. Alright, now it's time to really put the build together. Let's start with the weapon. I don't really know much about the maces, other than the ones I've made. That was just, I was looking at the value, not like what they can do.
Yeah, that's the first thing I do too. I want a cheap build. It's probably good noob advice too, is like look at the gear, get a cheap build to get started. Because for PvE, it really doesn't matter. Do whatever's fun. Maybe once you're into group dungeons, the harder PvE, then it matters a bit more. You want good party dynamics.
I agree. I like this mace. This seems to be the expensive mace, though. Camland mace. Camlin. It's probably just Camlin. Not Camland. That's silly.
Camland?
Camland.
I'm from Camland.
Oh, and it has, you have to unlock it, but it has a silence. The Q is a silence. The W can be a lot of things. Makes it seem just like really good crowd control. It seems like most of them are kind of focused on that.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Oath Keepers. Well, those look badass. It's 2 maces.
Ooh.
Like it counts as a 2-handed weapon, but it's you know, you're
Yeah.
dual-wielding maces.
Dual wielding maces. The Oath Keepers. Boom, 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 boom. Just slug them. Slug them up.
I think the Oath Keepers are the really expensive ones.
Makes me think of Game of Thrones. There's a sword named Oath Keeper in Game of Thrones.
I feel like every fantasy thing should have an Oath Keeper. That's just a great name for a weapon.
It's a good name. Maybe I'll make an Oath Keeper for my D&D
Do it.
world.
God, this is maybe. I think I'm gonna do the Camlin. Camlin seems like the most fun for how I want to play. It has good crowd control, but also a good bit of damage. Let's do a 4.1. Let's spend just a tiny bit more than I probably was going to.
That's one of the things they do well in Game of Thrones too, is the swords themselves have their own kind of story. There's a few swords
That's cool.
that kind of have their own adventure they go on. Well, I mean, part of the reason for it is they have... Well, one of them is just a character sword. That's just... It's an important sword because it's important to character. But then the other swords are like made out of a special material.
Yeah,
So this, it sort of like follows them a little bit.
it's cool.
Valerian steel is what they call it. We're catching so many fish. We are 50 minutes into gameplay. We started at about 130. No, sorry, about 120 estimated market value. We're at 490 now. So we're at almost 400k in 50 minutes. tell me fishing
great.
ain't worth it. I don't remember who, but I'm bitter about it. Somebody was like, no, fishing's not a great way to make money.
No, I've heard that too. I've heard people say that to noobs, and I'm like, based on my fishing experience, it's great.
Yeah,
I think fishing is a perfectly great way to make money.
it's been the most immediate gratification that I've had in the game. That's why I started going with it. Because I took it and I sold it, and yeah, you can make a little more by selling it later, but for the most part, it retains its value to sell it now.
It's cool. Because fishing is on my list. It's pretty low on my priority list, but I want to be the ultimate gatherer, you know. So I
Gotta fish.
gotta be fishing. I think I'm gonna do the Graveguard armor. That gives you a soul chain crowd control thing, where you can kind of pull. Wait, targets to stay. So you pull them towards you. You pull targets towards you,
Oh, nice.
and then it has 2 buffs to choose from. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Keep in mind, it'll unlock more as you get higher tiered weapons of it too. It'll get all 3 of the buffs.
Right.
I didn't realize that at first. I was like, oh damn, no wonder this one's so much more expensive. It has all 3 of the buffs. And I was like, wait a minute, the cheaper one does too. It just has to be tier 5 before I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that at first. Same with the W's. I thought that was one of the main things that made one of my stabs special, was that it had all the W's as options eventually.
Dude,
Once
I
you
just
unlock
snagged
them,
I just snagged an outstanding quality one for cheaper, by like 500 silver cheaper than the good one.
Ooh, nice.
Somebody was either just doing a little hookup or just didn't know what they were doing. Either way, I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Take it.
Oh, this one has a buff that increases my threat generation by 300%. Definitely doing that. Alright, I got a little build together. I think after I see it in motion and like it, I'm going to invest some runes into enchanting my point, or my 4 stuff, my tier 4 stuff.
Oh, nice. Get it into tier 4.1.
Yeah. Oh, I need to dump all this shit.
Boom, invite to guild. Steal the fish. Swooped in.
You jerk.
Got one. I don't even care. I think it's hilarious.
Hey,
And if they stay in the area with me, then I'll just keep inviting them to the guild. Another 26 seconds.
okay, I'm gonna go do a dungeon in my new build and see how it is.
Aren't you tier 2? Or tier 3?
I'm tier 4 and everything now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you'll be able to hobble through one.
Yeah, and I'm very tanky, so. And I went towards a more kind of DPS-y tank. Holy shit, this thing looks cool as fuck.
Oh, I
It's a
didn't
big-
reach it.
I'm using a big 2-handed mace, and it's way bigger than I was expecting. Holy shit. Nice. This could be fun. Just swinging a big-ass mace around. I'll take that.
It just said something at me, but I'm not sure what.
Who did?
This other fisher.
The one that you're inviting to the guild?
Yeah. But it was in, I don't know if it was Chinese or Japanese characters.
Oh, okay. That's funny. I need to save this loadout before I...
Yeah, save that loadout.
I'm just gonna call it Tanky Boy.
Alright, I did it to them twice. I'll leave them alone now. We'll move along. Especially since I can't communicate with them and they're trying to communicate.
Yeah. They're probably just saying cut the shit.
Well, there was a question mark, so it's probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. What's
So I
that
am
about?
cheating.
Maybe it was more
I am-
polite in tone. What was that about?
I am cheating with this build because I'm using my tier 7 Thetford cape, so I'm going to be lightning,
Lightning
zapping
zapping
fuckers.
everything. Carry yourself through the entire cave with the cape.
Yeah. I might just be doing a lot of overworld stuff though, because I'm not buying any maps, so I'm just kind of hoping. I'm going back to that same spot. We found a dungeon
You should
like
get-
3 times there.
You should get a backpack of insight or whatever it's called. Satchel of insight.
I don't want to burn through my silver. I've heard horror stories of those things.
You toggle it on and off. You choose when it's on, and yeah, it burns through your silver, but you level up way fucking fast. You get like 500% more fame.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll go buy one. I didn't know it was a toggle. Maybe people are just being stupid.
People are stupid. It's a toggle. You have an option. You say active or not active. Either way, it's a backpack. But yeah, you pay X amount of silver per extra point of experience gained.
Well, what's the X? I feel like the X is important. Does it say the X somewhere?
Yeah, it says it. I say X because it's one of the variable numbers depending on the bag you get.
Okay. I wonder if I ever sold those satchels of insight that we got. I don't remember seeing those come through.
If you did, I still have one. I don't know. I'm about rounding out my fishing trip.
I'll just buy one, no big deal. It might be in a sell order still, because it's not in my bank. Or maybe it's sold, I don't know.
They probably sold. They sell pretty quick. At least I think they do.
I think that was from the best chest I've gotten still. That was a really good chest for everybody.
Yeah. That was a damn good chest. Tons of satchels of insight. It's funny. Some mob was just hoarding satchels of insight, just like, look at all these cool things to read. No, but I think the Satchel of Insight is awesome. It reminds me of the mechanic of learning new spells in D&D. It just costs silver per spell slot or something like that, per spell level. So you pay silver to use the materials to learn things faster. Study your own works.
Okay, so tier 4 is 1.3 silver per point. That's kind of a lot. That adds up.
Oh yeah, it definitely adds up. It makes it so that running a dungeon is purely a loss, but that's because you're focused on fame. You're not worried about silver when you have it active.
Let's see what the max tier, the tier that I can wear, tier 7.
It's just learning mode. It allows you to learn combat things faster without having to spend learning points. You use silver instead of learning points. That's the way I think of it.
I'll snag what's the enchantments? What do the enchantments do? Is that anything worth doing? 46% versus... Oh shit, the enchantments are pretty important actually. I could spend 900,000 on one, and then it's 54%. And it costs less. So the enchantments give you a higher boost, and then it costs less per point too.
Oh, there you go.
So that's pretty cool, but I don't think I want to spend that much money. I'll do a point 2. 200,000, that seems fair.
Well, here's your new victim. Here, let me get one or two of these fish too. Oh, now she's on me.
I've got my Satchel of Insight ready to go.
Nice.
I went with a 7.1 or 7.2, good quality. I like seeing the noobs in their tier 2 stuff running around.
Yeah, I think noob zones are a good place to meet new guild members too, in at least tier 4 zones. If you're running around in the overworld and you run into a dungeon with them.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this. Lots of fish over here.
God, this mace is fucking huge. I bet the higher tiers look really cool. Oh, someone's already been in here. Damn it. I got all
Damn.
excited. Got all excited about this fresh new dungeon. And then I see a pile of silver.
Well, damn. So much for that. Womp womp.
Yep. Big womp womp.
I'm glad to be done with training. I was in online only calls. Now online calls are mixed in with the rest of the normal calls.
Oh, cool.
Bad news is this means I'm in like the most open general queue now, so I'll probably never have time between calls again.
Shit. Time between calls is the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It'll make your shifts go by
wait.
way faster.
I shouldn't be talking about work on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Oops. Oh well.
Someone's got a little sneak peek.
Little insight, I'm in customer service.
Here's another dungeon. Let's see if this one's gonna be nice to me. Oh, I'm still faction flagged. I guess that's fine. Alright, this one's all mine. This mace does a lot of damage. I'm actually annoyed at how much damage I'm already doing with the basic attack.
Nice. Well, that's good.
Yeah. I think being a more DPS tank would be fun, and then, you know, when in the higher levels of play, you go full tank.
Yeah.
But for now, you know, especially because I'll probably be soloing this build for the most part.
Have the Soul Crush active from the heavy armor instead of the taunt.
What do I have active from the heavy armor? I have the defense right now. Oh, and the threat. Oh yeah, Spirit Crush. Every normal attack decreases the target amount's max secret. Oh yeah, I should be having that. I put threat generation on just because I was assuming I would be in a group for some reason.
Threat gen. That's what I was running around with active last night. Just threat gen. I was like, I'm gonna poke you with this little green blast so that you pay attention to me. The cool thing is that healing people does generate a little bit of threat too, so I can target people with attacks, use that for threat, and then heal a bunch of people, and they'll try to stay focused on me.
That's cool.
Ooh, here we go. Look at all these fish. False Step Marsh is coming in right now.
I'm leveling pretty quickly. Hello, Mace of Insight.
Ooh.
Oh, it tells you how much you're paying in the little, things that pop up over your head.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, there's a little like Satchel of Insight icon. It's so small, it just almost looks like nothing. But then it has a number next to it.
Is it pretty substantial? Is it more than what you're picking up?
Yeah. So I think you're right. Like by far, or most of your average dungeons are going to be a loss. But get some good loot. It might be worth it.
Well, and
Like,
when you have it active, you're focused on leveling up. You're not in it for the silver. You're saying,
Exactly,
I'm
exactly.
wealthy enough that I'm going to spend my silver on leveling up faster. And if you
Yeah.
don't understand that, then you're going to be disappointed by the Satchel of Insight.
And I think that's why I had a bad rep or a bad viewpoint of it, because that's all I heard in the help channel. People being like, my silver just disappeared. And they're like, are you using a Satchel of Insight?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. Like, well, fucking there you go, dude.
That's what happens when you don't read all of the ability. That's
Yeah.
what... I didn't realize how common that was for that to happen until I was helping people that I knew were smart learn Magic the Gathering. Like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
you excitedly played this card because you read the first half of its ability. Read the rest of the card.
That's funny.
And now you look like a fool. I'm not trying to make you look like a fool, but you, you didn't read your whole card.
Yeah.
And it's... I'm guilty of it. I'm not saying I don't do it.
Yeah.
It's easy to do. I read it all the way through and still got surprised. I just assumed that they must have balanced it in such a way that you still end up making enough silver,
Yeah, they definitely did the opposite of that. They want it to be a loss.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a percentage of the experience that you earn, not a percentage of the silver you pick up.
Right, and I think they probably like made it so you're more likely to lose money on the drop. Because I'm sure they know, obviously they know how much you're going to get on average.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if it's comparable, though. Like, I have a tier 6 Satchel of Insight. I wonder if killing tier 6 mobs would be better. Well, no, because that would be even more experience.
Per point. Yeah, it's per point of fame.
Yeah. That'd be even more fame. So, yeah, it's intended to be a loss. It's intended to be like you're burning through a bunch of materials to learn things better. That's the lore behind it, as far as I can tell. Because that's how it is in D&D. The idea is, like, it costs you silver to learn spells, which doesn't make sense, but the reason is because rather than having to role play out every single trip to town and tracking down all the right merchants for all the right materials, it's like, oh, we'll just assume that you were able to get everything you need from a general store, and it costs this much silver for all the things you need to have the materials and the time to practice. Because it's not like you just scribe the spell down into your spell book. You have to scribe it over and over and over and over and over until you get it right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And practice it over and over. Almost like you're making a bunch of little scrolls that you practice with until you finally are like, okay, now it's in my spell book. Or something like that. You can figure it out in your head a little differently. The idea is you're burning through materials to do it.
Yeah.
So I love the Satchel of Insight.
Yeah, you sold me on it.
I just don't use it all the time.
I think it's definitely worth doing right now, because I don't really want to burn my books on this.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want to use learning points, because gathering is my main thing, and I'm trying to save most of them for that.
Yeah, I think it's a great alternative to learning points. And it's a literal alternative to Books of Insight. It's as if you were buying Books of Insight, I think, and using them. It's like buying and burning Books of Insight as you go.
I wonder which one's more cost effective.
I don't know.
You could probably figure it out, because it says in the description how much it's going to cost you per point of fame.
Oh, yeah. That's not too hard of a math problem. I don't feel like doing
No.
it though.
I don't feel like doing it either, but it's not impossible math to see which way is better. But you got to figure the way. I mean, without books, all you're getting is the fame with books. But with the Satchel of Insight, you're also getting all the other stuff that comes with doing it with fighting. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting faction rep too.
Yeah, and fame or and silver.
Yeah, you're picking up some silver. You're getting the mob
Yes.
drops from chests and such.
Because that's something you wouldn't be able to really calculate too easily. Would be what you're getting back. You know what? I bet you the Satchel of Insight is a worse deal than books, but because you get some money back, it might not be that bad. But
Yeah.
I'm getting my ass kicked. This build needs a healer to go with it, otherwise I'm about to die. I'm running. I also wasn't paying attention because I'm used to being kind of overpowered, so now I have to like actually pay more attention to the fights.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I don't know. Maybe I'll swap out something that gives me a heal. Are there any helmets that give you a heal in any class?
Oh, I don't know.
Even like a self heal?
I'm
I'll have
sure
to
there's
look.
something. I know
There's
there are
gotta be.
plenty of self heals.
Oh yeah, sacrifice. Oh, sacrifice yourself. Never mind. That's not what I want. I want to sacrifice somebody else.
Looks like another fisher was just coming in this direction, so we might have run out of our good fishing spots in False Step Marsh.
That sucks.
Oh well.
Yeah, let's try this boss fight again. I'm gonna do a potion. I love how this game really rewards you for like just fucking with other things. Maybe not rewards you, but like enables you to just be like, "What about this?" And then you just go do it.
Yep. Yeah.
You don't have to make a new character. There's no fuss. You just spend a
just
little
go.
bit of money. Yeah.
Go, you have a good time. Alright, just for fun, let's catch some tier 4 zone fish.
This guy's kicking my ass. I don't think I can finish this dungeon. I gotta run away again. I just wasted a somewhat expensive potion on that.
Damn.
Because I have no way to heal. Other than the little bit my food is doing for me. And then I don't think I'm doing enough damage to really... Well, that's why we do these things. Test out our builds, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Helmet or feet I could change if there was a heal. I can't think of any, so I'll just have to look.
Oh, hey, buddy. You looking for a guild? Here's one. Get in the guild. Bum, bum, bum. Get in the guild.
I don't see anything for. I just looked at all 3 classes for both slots, and I don't see anything that gives you healing, like a self heal.
Huh.
I just remembered I can make myself a giant though, so I'm gonna try that for this boss.
Oh, there you go.
Nice island you've got
Right,
there.
I've got to go check my island.
Safe journey.
Because now it's time to make wheat soup. We went fishing.
Nice.
We're going to collect our wheat. Apparently I missed a spot that that didn't get watered. It's a bummer. Who knows, that could have been a whole seed. That's like 16,000 right there.
No, it sucks. I don't think I can beat this guy. Oh wait, I got my shield back. Maybe I can. This might be a good build as part of a group, but it's definitely not a good solo build.
Yeah, that's usually the case with tanks. Tanks have a hard time on their own.
Yeah. No, I gotta run again. I'm just gonna leave this dungeon. This is a waste of time. Oh well. It's a purple chest, but it's also a tier 4 dungeon, so who cares?
Who cares, yeah. Yeah, I was surprised you said you used a potion. I was like, aren't you in a tier 4 dungeon?
I know. I'm stupid. I think I use pretty cheap potions, though.
Oh. No
It's
biggie
only
then.
yeah, I use tier 5 potions, but I don't think they're anything big. Okay, so I gotta go back to town and figure out how I can make this build better. I could always use my Hellion jacket that gives me a lifesteal aura. And I did just buy a really expensive tier 7 one, so I would start this build off right. I think I'm gonna just do that.
Look at that. I'm only at 356 now for focus for wheat.
Oh, cool. It's great.
Yeah, that's not too shabby at all. I used 9 of the 10 bait that I had set out with. I could have easily used all 10. I did not keep bait active the whole time. Yeah, I think this game will stick around partly because of how rewarding they made premium without making it feel like it's a necessity.
Yeah, that was brilliant how they balanced everything like that.
Because that's going to make a lot of people okay with buying premium. Because they don't necessarily feel like they have to have premium. But if they like the game, they'll want to have premium.
Right. Yeah, that was exactly the decision I made. I was like, you know what, I'm going to play this enough where it's worth it. But it's if you're not going to play it that much, you don't need it, and you're not missing out on too much.
Yeah.
You're just going to grind a little bit more and not have an island.
But that's okay. If you're just casually playing the game, that's probably
Yeah.
what you're looking for anyway. It's just a casual game to play.
Right.
I'm even really into this game, and I could still consider myself more of a casual player. Like, I'm not hardcore into the PvP. I'm not doing fucking spreadsheets or anything.
Yeah.
Not like, but I am really into it. But I'm more like, hey, let's just get together, run some dungeons, have a good time.
Yeah, I think there's kind of a difference between casual and hardcore when it comes to time commitment, and then like how much added work you're giving yourself.
Looking for safe passage?
Yeah, or also kind of how seriously you're taking the game. Like, I'm not like,
Right.
every number matters, we have to make it maximum efficiency. I'm
Right.
like, let's just chill. Let's enjoy it.
Good luck.
Let's go ahead and let's chop some fish here. You don't get any fame for chopping fish, right? I don't think there was even
don't think so.
focus for chopping fish.
No, I think chopping fish is pretty cut and dry.
Okay, then I'm gonna... Should I go do that on the guild island? Or do you think it doesn't make a difference?
Yeah, that I think because you get charged. I think otherwise,
Where you headed?
like if you do it on the island, but there's no resource return rate as far as I know.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think you can get resource return on chopping fish.
Yeah, so then just do it on the island and save a little money.
Welcome to the chop shop.
All of our tier 3 fish. Chop. Estimated market value 36,000. We're gonna chop all of these fish.
That's all.
And now my chopped fish estimated market value is actually up. So chopping tier 3 fish actually increases their market value.
Oh, great.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that is good to know.
I've got a few tier 2 fish. What about tier 4? Do you think tier 4 get increased market value?
I would think not, but I'm not too strong in that idea.
Tier 4, 124 of them gives me 45,000 estimated market value.
From cute
Let's chop
to
'em.
tasty.
It stayed about the same. My chopped fish stack went to 96,000.
Ah,
So it's about the same. I'm not going to chop tier 5 though.
yeah.
Alright, now we're going to take our...
Anytime.
we're going to take ourselves to town.
Welcome, traveler. Here.
To Thetford.
Ready to expand?
Going down here. We're going to go to the cook. Because we've done the farm and we still have 14,000 focus to burn. So we're going to go do some cooking.
Cool. Just got an achievement, like a Steam achievement.
To my cuisine.
Have 5,000 health at any point in time. 2.3% of players have achieved this.
Recipe.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, I got another one today earlier. I got craft items worth 1 million fame, and that's 1.5% of players. I don't even do that much crafting. I forgot what gave me that.
And they call this cuisine? Oh la la! La la la!
Estimated market value. It would take 30 of those to make a tier 3 wheat soup. Estimated market value is question mark. 179,000 estimated market value for tier 3.2 wheat soup, but it needs 30 of the sauce. It needs 30 of the normal sauce to make tier 3.1. I guess I'll just start by making basic fish sauce right now to be trying it out. Because I can't make enough of the other
My
fish sauce
favorite
to
recipe.
really get wild with it.
That's a lot of fish sauce that it takes.
Yeah, 30 fish sauce to make. I guess we're about to see how much fish soup this actually looks like. It looks like one. Looks like one wheat soup.
Wow.
Costs me 2,500 to make it.
Superb.
Oh, it made 10 wheat soup.
Oh, good.
And I got a lot of my fish sauce back because I used Focus.
Cool.
Each wheat soup tier 3.1 is about 10,000. So that's not bad for turning my chopped fish into that, but I also turned a lot of my seaweed into that, so I don't know how much that really cut into that. Granted, I can just sell the fish sauce now.
Yeah.
Oh well, back to wheat soup. As much as we
Something
can.
Something I did for a while is I would refine whatever things I gathered, and then I would sell both the refined and then sell the raw that I got returned. So I would just do
Yeah.
one refine, sell the return, sell the refine.
That's what I'm doing right now, actually.
Yeah.
Oh la la.
Squeezing all
Oh,
of
hey,
the
I
bit of
just got-
focus I can out of it.
I just got the 2,500 faction reward.
Au revoir.
I've been going hard. I've been going hard today. Wow, that really added up.
That's nice.
Oh, I got promoted to a foot woman too.
Awesome.
Thought it was nice that they gendered that based on my character.
Level mastered. My chef levels are leveling up.
Okay, so switching to my Helion Jack, give me that lifesteal or really balance this character out for at least soloing. I think I still want to level up plate, but I think I'm only going to be able to really do that in a group setting. Unless I
So-
change my weapon.
Whatever I did was worth it because my estimated market value in my inventory is now 900,000, 960,000.
Oh shit, that's great.
Yeah. Well, some of that was from the wheat itself, some of it's from the cooking. It's hard to tell with everything I just did, but that's the process I'm going through. Apparently I'm still making money at it. And it's all
Great.
from raw resources. I'm not buying anything to do it.
I have lots to trade.
That's cool.
Got a bunch of dungeon maps, tier 4.
From what?
Just buying them.
Oh.
Weird.
If you weren't...
Sell
What?
now for wheat soup tier 3.1. There's a buy order for 10 of them for 68 silver, and there's a sell order for 1,450. So, or 14,500. So I'm just gonna do the sell order for 14,499. No average available. Well, we'll see if those sell or not.
Yeah.
The rest of the wheat soup sells easy enough. Or at least looks like it will. Sell spotted trout now. It's not worth enough to do the sell order, I think. Same with Murkwater clam. 1586 versus 1600. Yeah, I'd rather just sell it now. Give me that money. Give me them clam monies. Yeah, 819 versus 820 to sell it later. I'll just sell it now. Duh. Seaweed. wheat seeds are worth the sell order, though. We'll sell the wheat seeds later. It's a lot of sell orders for wheat. I'm just going to sell it now. It's not that much more. It's like maybe 10 more per each. Sure, we'll sell some chopped fish. And then I'm gonna sell the fish sauce that I made. Because I'm trying to do where I farm, I fish, and then I sell all the stuff from the two things.
It's cool.
Fancy fish sauce. We're gonna sell that too. I've only got 3 of it. 9,850. Yeah, it's definitely worth the sell order. Special fish sauce. I've only got the 1. I'll just sell it now for the 26,000. Give me that. And then I've got my fisherman's journals full. Are we at about the point where we need to start holding on to those?
What tier? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all tier 4 right now. All our gatherers. Actually, I think we got 1 tier 3 still in there. But most of our gatherers are tier 4, or laborers are tier 4.
Alright, then I'm going to hold on to 1 of them and sell 2 of them. Because I still want that
Okay.
money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at 799k. I guess I don't need the fisherman's journals. But that was part of my estimated market value.
It's cool.
It's about 80,000 just from the fisherman journals. 90,000. Assuming they sell on the sell order. Here, I'll sell 2 of them and hold on to 1 of them. Take. There's a bunch of solo map dungeons that were bought. I mean, that I purchased. Bunch of independent bot sellers. So people are finding them from loot drops and just selling them right away.
That's great. That's a good thing about those, especially for lower tier stuff where people don't even know about sell orders or buy orders. Like they don't really take in that that's the option, so they just kind of sell it, you know,
Yeah.
thinking that's the price.
Scooping up them tier 4 maps. That's all I'm good for.
Yep. That's the whole point.
Alright, so the maps go into the gear section. Full journals I'll put into the bank. And then resources. Those are my 3 tabs.
What are your 3 tabs?
Bank, gear, and resources.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I should change my crafting tab to my gear tab, because my crafting tab is barely used, because I don't really do much of that.
Yeah.
It was going to be where I stored extra materials, but I just really haven't been crafting at all.
Fair enough.
So I don't know.
Well,
Gotta
I'm
regret buying
gonna
it.
go ahead and end the stream right there. We did our fishing, we did our crafting, we did our farming. Well, our crafting was our cooking. We made some money. We increased our stockpiles from immediately from like 500,000 to, oh, looks like something else just sold. We just went up to 800,000 now. Mage sandals sold. What sold? That was a lot. Expert's Fisherman Journal sold for 34,000. Yeah, so pretty good morning, I'd say. And I'll see you guys probably